Do you think that men base their decisions on who they end up with more on physical attraction, or do you think women do that more?
I think women do that more.
You think women do that more? Why?
I'll give you a good example.
Yeah, let's
what did
hear
I
it.
say? What did I say earlier?
You said we're picky.
Picky as fuck. So men don't have a checklist. Why do women?
What checklist do you think of? What are you talking about? What checklist?
They got to have a job. They can't be living with their mom. I'll take a girl that lives with their mom if she does all these
But
other
you'll
things.
take a girl who doesn't have a job?
Yeah, I would. Men will do that. Yes, they would. See, that's what I'm saying. We're completely different. Men don't give a fuck what kind of job you got, what kind of status you got. We don't care. We just care about the relationship stuff. We care about how you make us feel. We care about how you're going to compliment our life.
Brunettes, big boobs, little boobs, big ass, no ass. Are you kidding me?
But they'll take any boobs as long as they got boobs. They'll take them. They'll take any hairstyle, like they'll take it all. They don't give a fuck. You guys they gotta have a job. Can't be living with moms. They gotta make a certain type of money. They gotta have a decent car. They don't have a shitty car, but a decent car. Some of them are income based. All you, I'm talking to all you, all you in here, height based. Height based. Men ain't saying that. Men don't say that.
Oh, okay. You're telling me that a man feels confident enough to be with a woman who's taller than them?
Confident? I mean, maybe some don't.
I'm 5'7", and let's just say there's a man that's 5'7".
But that's not a requirement. There's not a man in here. I don't care if he's 5'2". If a 6'1" bombshell came in through the door, and she is all about him, he ain't gonna be like, no, you make me feel intimidated. Hell the fuck no. But you guys, if you're sitting there and this guy, he could be a fucking 10 for you, but he's 5'2", you'd be like, he's cute, but nah, no thanks, honey. Like that's exactly how y'all talk. You guys are way more picky. Your standards are too high, so looks matter way more to you guys than to us. 1,000%.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video is going to be about why men should never settle for a woman with a bad attitude. Not sure if that's the title I will exactly go with. But basically, I'm saying if you are a man and you want certain things in a woman, because that side, the woman's side, is always telling them where they should not be settling for. As a man, I'm telling you not to settle for things that you don't want in a woman. If you don't like a certain weight, you don't like a certain hairstyle, hair color. Now, of course, though, you got to do this before you get in the relationship, because once you get in, well, you can, if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you can just break up, because they can break up with you for little things as well. Now, I don't think when you come across that woman that you both feel you've met the one, or that you can go the distance with that person, then I guess you should think a little carefully, because obviously there's some things with you that she's bearing with and working with. and stuff. The only thing scary that I will say with a lot of women is they can always change their mind, or rather change their emotions later, and usually is in increments from 5 to 10 to 15 years later. They can change. So she may love you to death right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, maybe 5 years from now. But then that will start to wane, especially when she get around new people, new experiences. Maybe right now she is okay with having fun, and then later she's on that thing of wanting to be a millionaire later. Which, as men, I guess, if you do find a woman that you two have been together for a while and everything seems to be working out, definitely be thinking about your finances in the back of your mind, because no matter what she is saying now, that can change later. But don't do it for her, but do it for yourself, because with her you're going to be spending a lot more money. Because I know when I'm single, I spend a lot less money, even though I have certain things to pay, such as child support. I still have more money than I used to have. And do understand, I'm not saying spending money is always bad. It's just the way I usually manage money is I have amount of money that I have in my bank account, and a certain amount that I never want to really go under, because then I may start stressing about money. For you, it may be different amounts, but I'm not one of those people that like living paycheck to paycheck. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my longest term relationship, and even with the ex-girlfriend, was I spent money feeling somewhat of a pressure to keep doing things with her to keep her attention. This was subconsciously. I wasn't doing it like, okay, let me spend money to keep her. It was just a pressure that I put on myself in a way. But the video is not about that. I can do a separate video of how picking a woman that has bad spending habits is a definite no-no. I can say this because I picked one of those once or twice, and it was always a disaster. And what always happened in the end, they left me holding bag. Well, they left me with no bag. Okay. Okay. And somehow it was all my fault, which it was my fault because I was the one that did it. Nobody put a gun to my head or something. But it showed their true colors. And that's the thing, too. When somebody's showing you who they are, believe them. Anyway, getting back to the bad attitude, and in my culture in particular, as a man, I am supposed to take anything that the woman wills out. If she has a bad attitude, she's in a mood or something. And of course, no woman is perfect. Everybody, even myself, I get into a mood sometimes. Everybody gets into somewhat of a sour mood. But when it's a constant thing, or either they are getting totally out of control, trying to either emasculate you or embarrass you in front of others, being really spiteful, evil. Well, not even spiteful. Usually that's in return for something that you did. But when they're just being outright nasty and they saying, well, a real man supposed to take it, I say, no. No. Okay. A real man will walk away. Is a man that has low self-esteem that will stay in that situation and keep putting up with it. Now, do all women in my culture do that? No. But usually a lot of them do it. And the ones that don't do it is surrounded by those that do it. So sometimes they will interject into the relationship. Now, because I have a lot of experience dating white women. White women do not usually show you that card right away. But it is in there. They can be nasty. That's why they have that moniker of being called Karens. especially when they get older. So white women can definitely be nasty as well. But usually I notice white women that have like an attitude or something, they may not show it to you at first, but usually they have problems, issues with their dad. They hate their dad. They're always fighting with their dad. I know being a young man, I didn't really put too much stock into that. But when a woman will usually say that how a man treats his mom is how he's going to treat you, that goes the same way. The way a woman thinks of, treats her dad is how she's going to treat you. Now, I do think is obsessions. I think if they are conscious that they have an issue there, they can get either therapy or either they can direct that in a healthy way toward because their parent could be a real demon. Okay, so I'm not saying and sometimes it's not their fault. But if they don't have no knowledge of it and they don't take no accountability of it, it's going to come back to bite you. So I have a clip right here. I do not know the speakers that's in this video, but it's something I wish I touched on a long time ago. But I'm going to touch on it here because it's important.
I don't care why you masculine.
It don't even matter.
I don't care what happened to you as I'm a 40-year-old man.
You got a daughter?
No, I don't.
Because
But
we not fair if you're
but my
feminine.
point is this. My point is this. You all wouldn't care if a man came to you feminine and said, my dad wasn't in my life. My mom didn't teach me this. You say, bro, you 38 years old. I don't want to deal with a feminine man that hasn't addressed his issues. So for me, dealing with a woman that way, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I understand you had issues or whatever growing up and you had to be a certain way, but I'm not going to put up with it as far as trying to be in a relationship with you because you don't know how to be a feminine woman.
So what's a feminine woman? What's your definition?
The woman that basks in her femininity. She knows how to be submissive to a man. She knows how to speak life into a man. She knows how to nurture. She knows how to take care of a home, take care of kids. She knows how to be accountable. She knows how to be reasonable. She knows how to be understanding when she's dealing with a man and knows which battles to choose when she's dealing with him.
Here we go again with that word, submission again. Once again, I don't agree with the use for that word. Just because you give the women the bite back, the fight back to go against everything else that you say up to that point once you use that word. I would use cooperation because I don't need a woman to bow down to me. I need her to cooperate with me, not be pulling the other way, not becoming a nuisance or a distraction. That's what I need her to do. And I don't think a lot of men are communicating that well when they just throw that word out there. Because a woman can say the same thing. Hey, I just want him to come in and provide, pay the bills, do his manly duties, and then just shut up. Basically, even though they don't necessarily have to say that word, but it's certain things that women can say that men can also be like, hey, I'm not your slave. I'm not going to do that. And while submission does not exactly mean that, because that's why we have dominant and submissive, nobody wants to be called submissive. Even though your personality may be more of a cooperative, go with the flow type of personality. Now, there's some women, because I've met some women that will say, I am submissive, or either they'll say, oh, you are looking for a submissive woman. And usually I'll be like, okay, no, a cooperative woman. Okay. But however, they didn't say it in a malicious way to battle me about it, but they said it in a way that they understood. So, I mean, if she understands, then fine. But however, I find a lot of women would not understand. So to make it more easy, that's why I would say. But everything else that he said in that video is totally true. That's why one of my biggest red flags, and this is why certain cultures definitely get X'd out like immediately or something. Not saying they have to be like, okay, I do not want a person to be fake nice or just because I can usually tell when somebody's trying to be fake or they're like hiding their true personality under there. A lot of times I can tell. Sometimes I can be a little wrong because maybe they're giving off that same energy and maybe they are just a little nervous or something around me or something like that. But most of the time I can tell. So if she's giving me attitude, I didn't do nothing to her. Maybe she have issues with her dad, her uncles, guys that maybe something could have just happened with her. That's how understanding I am. But however, I don't care because I know, especially with my culture of women, if you come out the box saying, "Oh, my dad wasn't there and I went through certain things," even things when I was younger or something, they'll say like, "Well, you need to get over that," or either you need to man up and stuff like that. So because a lot of them put that kind of energy out there, hey, I'm giving that same type of energy. If you have an attitude right when I meet you, and truthfully though, this goes for any nationality, but a lot of other nationalities will hide it. Now, I've learned how to see it with the white women, but of course, though, a lot of times you have to get to a certain milestone with them. Sometimes even getting in a relationship will start unleashing the dragon with them, with being really too over. Oh, wait a minute. What's the word for that? Territorial or jealous, and pushing just pushing the boundaries a bit too much. That's how a lot of them will start showing their asses. But I believe really, especially with women that are nice and neat, or they come off as that, you don't really know them until you have a baby with them or you get married with them. It has to be that thing of, I guess, you can't just easily leave them. And while they want that, I think at the same time they get bored. So, so that's not to say that white women are that much more perfect. Neither. They just wait later until you are set up. And see, once again, I think probably because they got with a man that was not their first choice, not their man that they put up there. That's why I'm saying, as a man that's not over 6 foot, that's not at six figures yet, one day I will be there. But I know that I have to have a status that the woman kind of, even though I think this is rare, that she will look at me like, "Oh my God, you have such amazing soul. I love what you do. I really get what you mean," or something. And then by that, she puts me up there. But the thing is, though, she has to look up to me a certain kind of way, because I think that's the only way a woman won't start mistreating you. Once she starts looking down on you, start feeling like you're less or something, that certain thing come out. And the fact that the woman will do it right off the bat, while I love the honesty of like, okay, this is who I am, but if she's acting like a tornado right off the bat to you, that tells me, A, she don't definitely respect you. She may not even like you. She's just tolerating you, and she just wants someone to take her frustrations out on. So will not be that man. Men, do not let women shame you into pitting up with their bad personalities that they never got any therapy for. You get into a relationship with them, and then you'll be kicking yourself, regretting your decision, and you end up sad and depressed just because you are pitting up with that type of stuff. So that's it. Today was just a quick one. I want to get it out there because I had that real long one yesterday, and you should definitely see it because I had to fix the thumbnail. And I really prefer to do my videos at night because that way is no background light on my background or something, even though I consider using a green screen, but I can't always get it set up exactly how I want to get it set up. So give me a like and subscribe. Have a good day. Men, don't settle for women that's giving you bad behavior or don't look how you want them to look. Do not let them push you into the corner with that thing. Oh, you should pick what's in the inside. Yes, you should. But you shouldn't just be selling just because they say so. Like that saying, if he doesn't deserve me at my worst, he don't deserve me at my best. That used to go over my head, but now I just look at it as, oh, so you're saying you can just be any kind of way to me and I'm supposed to just put up with it if I really love you. How do I know that you really love me? And just the fact that you didn't leave me, that doesn't mean that you love me. You could just be waiting for something better to come along. How you are treating me while you have me shows me how you love me. Okay? You don't have to be perfect, but you got to do something. So, again, give me a like and subscribe and have a good day.
Seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. And it was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage?
Just, I like humbling men.
You like humbling men?
Yeah. It's like my pastime.
Your pastime is humbling men? Mm-hmm. You do work at a strip club, so do you humble men there?
No, I take their money.
Relax, relax. Chill to the next episode.
Wait, what's that? Let's turn that up. Now the cartilage. More smoke. Clear.
We do not live by your rules, dirty words.